So nobody can compete with City in that. You have the best team in the world and you put in the best striker on the market. No matter what it costs. No matter what it costs, you just do it. I know, City, they will not like it. Nobody will like it. You ask a question, but you know the answer. But what does Liverpool? We cannot act like them. It's not possible. Not possible.
Good morning. I'm going to keep playing that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Jordan. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Jordan, get there. There we go.
Do you know what, right? My first check, my girlfriend got me these. So I lost my LV sunglasses about 3 weeks ago. Right. I didn't even know she'd get me a present. Got a nice pair of Da Vinci sunglasses, so I appreciate that. But my first request this morning, my daughter came running in. It's like, what do you want for your birthday? So yesterday, I said a mimosa, please. And no one had got in no Prosecco. So I had to go down, I had to walk down to the shop, right? So got to the local shop and said, any Prosecco? She said no. I said, any champagne? She said no. She said no. All you English that are over here on holiday have brought out all of the champagne, all the Prosecco and all the vodka. So I had to go and buy it from a bar. But I feel a day older.
You are a day older. Are you 43 now?
43, yeah. And I woke up this morning and my missus was looking in my beard and she goes, oh, I can see a few more greys. Oh, cheers. Thank you.
No, I'll bring you back down to earth, mate. There you go.
Once you get over 40, like
stop counting, mate.
Yeah.
I freaked out, Sam. July the 3rd. I freaked out on my 59th birthday this year, right? And I went, oh my God, 1 year and I'm 60. I'm like, oh man, you just think, oh Jesus Christ, it's frightening. Just flies back.
Well, Cass, who I run Never a Foul with, who I did send him a link, and he said, have you sent that to just me or everyone? I said, I didn't send it to everyone. I've sent it to select people that I would want to be there on my birthday. He said, well, I'm going back to sleep then. But Cass is 30 next birthday, right? And I feel like he's at that point at the moment. Like, I feel like you're 29 into your 30th and you're 39th into your 40th and probably your 49th into your 50th. They're always the ones where it's like, oh God. But then once you hit 30 or once you hit 40 or once you hit 50, you're like, I don't feel any different. And
you don't. I spent my 50th in Phuket with the boys.
Nice.
It was 6 of us from Melbourne and 2 from New Zealand and 5 from Manchester. And we had a great time. Great time.
Right, a couple of super chats got to put out there. Firstly, this one came in the middle of the night, so massive thank you to Miami Snoopy 305 with the $5, I believe that is. Massively appreciated, saying won't be up when this airs, but we'll catch the playback. Happy birthday, Daps. Appreciated a lot, bro. Thank you. And then also got another one from Majdi Ahmed, regular super chatter, saying happy birthday, Daps. Hope you and the family are well. Plus, hopefully you guys have a great day today. And wish you guys a safe plane journey back to England. Massively appreciated. So I am, after this show, I am going to chill in the pool for the day with my daughter. Actually, I'm going to get you. I need to read these and see if I can read them right without crying. Right. And then I'm going down to the marina and going to watch the England women.
Oh yeah. Well, I will see it till what time is it starting?
5 p.m. UK time.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm watching it in the on Vila Moura Marina in Portugal. There's a place called the 19th Hole, and it's quality. It's like a golfer's place. But
I played golf there, mate. I played golf there, so I know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go down, watch it there, then go out for a nice Chinese. But check this out. Give me 1 second.
How's sunny Glossop?
Not sunny.
Is it not? Is it not?
It's horrible.
Is it?
Like I came back from Benidorm on Tuesday, and it's been shit ever since.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I've had many happy hour in Glossop drinking wise. Yeah.
I'm glad one of us has.
Yeah.
Massive shout out to my bird, who, as I said, got me a lovely Da Vinci belt. Oh, I've got the wrong thing. 1 second. I'll be back.
Oh, dear me. Oh, dear.
Now, let's not be criticising women's football, mate. That's not what it is. It's what it is.
It's nice. I'm getting more. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the pinnacle of the women's sport, man. You've got to support it.
Yeah, back-to-back Euros. Got to support it.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not so keen on the home kit. I'm not a big fan of it. I like that black one, though, I must admit.
So there's blue balloons everywhere, right? When I came out this morning.
Good.
This, right? My daughter made me this. So it's football, right?
Yeah.
And on it, it says, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I 100% scored a goal getting you as my dad."
Oh.
Well, that's good.
Then she's got me, so she always gets me cuddly toy. This is Bernardo. He comes everywhere with us, right? And he's called Bernardo. And she got me this little blue. She loves penguins, right? This little blue penguin. And on this it says, "Positive penguin. I may be a tiny penguin, but I believe in you to do your thing," right? And then this nearly had me in tears, right? So it's a sign, and it says, hold on, I've got to read it the right way. "To my dad, if I could give you one thing in life, I would give you the ability to see yourself through my eyes. Only then would you realize how special you are to me. I'm so lucky to have a dad like you. No matter how much time passes, I will always be your little baby."
Brilliant.
That's getting me going, mate. Never mind you.
And we've got someone that is definitely not sentimental, and I guarantee you with what he says, here he is, the big man himself. In fact,
I thought I was at I thought I was at some family crisis meeting then when I was listening to that. I was fucking crying in the background.
Hey, Steve, every time I see you, you look smaller.
I've got an oversized Ronaldinho t-shirt on to make me look bigger, but I am losing a bit of timber, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm proper thinking about changing my online name to just Jordan now, because I'm sick of people calling me Daps, right? Now I'm 43, Steve. You can't be called Big Steve no more.
Big Steve was not a name that I even made up. No, it was one guy called it me on a stream, and then that was it. And then it fucking makes me cringe every time I get called it. So I can't turn around and say, "Listen, can you just call me slightly medium Steve now?" Same ring to it, is it? So I just got to roll with it, Anna. But I get the dickheads online go, "Why would you call yourself Big Steve? You're not even big." And it's like, shut up, you dick. So my message is, I always go, "Your missus nicknamed me Big Steve. Go and ask her."
Steve, I was saying at the end of my road, right, there's a hair where I am in Portugal. There's a hair transplant place. I am tempted to book in, but it's owned by Ronaldo.
Oh my God.
Bit of a bizarre one. Someone that probably never needed a hair transplant in his life, owning a hair transplant place.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. He's definitely had some Botox, though, hasn't he?
I tell you what, though, Turkish had his done, didn't he, in Turkey, that company, and we was in South Africa, and it's fucking quite impressive what they've done, to be fair. It is impressive. Because Turkish always wore a cap because he had proper shit hair. And now, when we was on tour, he's just walking around with an afro. So,
right, there are some other people might join us as well. There are a few things I want to talk on away from current, but first thing, Livramento. What are we all saying? Do we think there's any legs in this?
There's no smoke without fire, is there?
Yeah, I think it's
someone
starting
somewhere
to.
said something. I got slated. Someone's been battering me on social media for about a month about this. He tags me something every day saying, "Look, Pulpy, you're talking out your ass here about Livramento." I think it's possible it was done a month ago, and I think it'll get done. The draw is too big. The draw is too big.
Is it between you three? Is it the press that's drumming all this up, or is it legit? Because that's the key question.
I'll be honest
is it the
with
press?
You. If you go back to when he was away with England on the under-21s, right? He got asked about the City interest, and his response, even at that point, I thought was a bit, because ultimately, right, if you get linked to a club, it's very easy to say, no, I play for Newcastle and I'm happy where I am. The end, right? But when players say things like Livramento said at the time, he said, "I'm away on international duty. I think about these things when I get back to the club, but I'm happy at Newcastle." And it's like, if you're happy at Newcastle, you didn't need to say, "While I'm away on international duty, all I think about is England." You could have just said, "Nah, there's no truth in this. I'm a Newcastle player." So at that point, I thought his head could be turned. But I think the main thing is, I think going into this transfer window, Livramento, Isak, Bruno, all of them would have probably been, we're happy where we are. We've got Champions League football. We've just won a trophy. Let's see what players come in, and we give it a season and see what we can do. But you look at Newcastle being rejected, I think, the mad thing is, the first player to reject Newcastle, I think, was Mbeumo, and he rejected them to join Man United, right? So straight away, if you're a player at Newcastle and you're seeing other players turning down your club to go to Manchester United, straight away you're going to think, hold on, they haven't bought anyone in. Trafford's rejected them now. Now Isak's handed in a transfer notice. I could imagine Livramento just thinking, actually, fuck it. What
is going on at Newcastle?
It's hard. I think sometimes when you win a trophy, it can be detrimental as well, because the players then feel like, they've done the club proud. You know what I mean? They owe the club nothing, and I feel like Isak, he gets offered the Liverpool move. He's going to take it. He wants to sign for Liverpool, the biggest club in England, and they're champions. I don't blame him. And then Livramento, he's definitely got his head turned. He's looking over at Manchester City, and he's going to think, the chances of winning trophies, back-to-back trophies, European trophies at Manchester City is higher than Newcastle. But Newcastle, it was a weird feeling, because it actually come out that said that if Newcastle sell Isak, it sort of takes the shackles off the PSR for them for about 3 or 4 years, where they can spend 400 to 500 million. So there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And a few Newcastle fans were saying, I'd rather have 5 or 6 class players coming on the back of Isak and get the team better than it is now than just hold on to Isak. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's a bit mad in the way this PSR and thing works, that someone like Newcastle, who can win a trophy, have a great season, and then start losing players, it doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? It should be.
Sit right with me. It tells me. It says to me something behind the scenes at that club is going on, because if big players they've got after a good season last year suddenly want to leave,
Alan,
something wrong.
I'm pretty certain from doing shows with Geordie Dredd, who's a Newcastle fan, I don't believe they've got a director of football at the moment.
No,
their previous director of football's left, and I don't know. I remember when Tevez down tools and fucked off to play golf, right?
Yeah,
and our owners kind of said, "Look, we're different to other owners. We don't need to sell you," right?
No.
I'm just intrigued to see what Newcastle's owners do, because Newcastle's owners could potentially go out being stubborn and thinking, no, this does not look good on our club. We've got to keep them. They could just say, nah, Livramento, Isak, neither of you are going, right? Alternatively, I think the only thing is if Eddie Howe then got involved and said, look, if these players are unhappy, we can't, like, you can make them stay, but they can play well.
You can keep an unhappy player, but not for 150 million.
No.
The Isak one I agree with,
yeah. And what was Livramento? I mean, I saw things like the City put a £50 million bid, and I think that's taking a piss. But
it is,
you know, if you're chucking 70 million at him, you can't have an unhappy player sat on your bench when there's that much money at play.
Listen, don't be surprised if someone like Jack Grealish isn't used in a bit of a make weight if that happens, because
I've seen that. That
could happen. City's got a few players that they could probably put in deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Newcastle are interested. Listen, Newcastle might want Rico Lewis. You never know. You know what I mean? As a right back, you just don't know, do you? But if you want to do Grealish, I think that there could be a deal there, and it helps everybody out. Jack gets his first team football, goes and plays at Newcastle. They adore him. City get him off the books, and then we get Livramento, a missing piece of the jigsaw. I think we all agree we need a right back. It's a bit worrying. Isn't it?
Hold on, Steve. He's saying we give him here. You didn't get Trafford. You can have Ortega, right? We'll have Livramento. You can have Rico Lewis, and who else? Oh, and if you need a DM, you can have Calvin Phillips as well.
And it ain't no problem. If anyone's willing, just get them over there.
You have him for free, like a free clock you get from an insurance quote. There you go, top there. Took him on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued. I do think, because I'm sure we'd said we'd offer 65 million, and it's like now that he's said he's not happy, City have gone, actually, no, we won't. We'll give you 50.
Yeah.
That's typical City start, isn't it? They always lowball big time.
Yeah.
Always.
Just to see where they're at. Right, that's I got to shoot, mate. I got to shoot. I've got a question for you before I go. Mate. So, City Legend Edition, start, sell or bench. Aguero, Silva, De Bruyne.
We've done this one before, haven't we, Steve? And it's one that we can't answer.
Oh, you've got to answer it now, mate, because I've got 3 minutes and I've got to leave the building. So,
all right, fucking hell. Right, so I'm keeping David Silva.
Yeah.
Oh, this
my favourite ever player.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I've got to keep Aguero, because without Aguero, we didn't win our first Premier League. So you have to keep Aguero. And I get, fucking hell, I'm selling De Bruyne, me. I'm selling De Bruyne. I'd have to sell De Bruyne. Because I presume if you didn't have Aguero, you don't win that first Premier League.
Correct.
I'd be the same. I'd be start Aguero, bench Silva, I'd sell De Bruyne.
It's mad because, De Bruyne. I'm not disagreeing that De Bruyne overall is a better footballer than Aguero, but without Aguero and Silva,
we don't win the league.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not answering it, mate. I'm not answering that for you. You can make your own choice on that. No comment.
Brian won the treble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hard work, man.
I remember we did this. It might have been when we were in Athens or something. We said it right, and we were coming up with the worst ones. Like there's another one you can do with Foden and that. But I think that's probably the Silva, Aguero, De Bruyne one's probably the hardest one, isn't it?
Yeah. Now they've all left. You've got something to talk about. Yeah. Right, mate. Have a great birthday. I'll talk to you all later.
See you later, Paul.
Right. The next thing I want to speak on is Steve, what are you making of some of our fan base and the way they're acting towards Liverpool? I find it a little bit weird.
I have noticed. I don't know. I've noticed. I just know. I'm not on Twitter, but I have noticed a lot of. I get more and more comments on TikTok of a lot of different of the fans from all over the place, and that we do get these fans from all over the world, and some of them are just mad reactive, and they're like. The league's over, Steve. Liverpool are signing Isak, so the league's over. But I think a lot of them are kids. The young kids, they play FIFA and shit, and they see Isak going to Liverpool. It looks great. I don't think any of the realistic City fans, the ones that we know, the ones that are a bit older, have seen it all, really think that. But I mean, they have built a great team. They are the champions, and they're going to get a lot of glazing. But I prefer that. It takes the pressure off us. Let them be the favourites. Let them be the champions. Let everybody talk about them. Let everybody put the pressure on them, because we've had that pressure for the last 6-7 years. And we just need to go about our business quietly. We know we're in a transition. We know that the season's not going to run smooth like it has before, because there's a lot of changes. But we've got to make sure we can see it going in the right direction, and we can make sure we can see the light at the end of the tunnel and think, we're going to get there. And I just think we've got to keep on the coattails and around that top spot and keep in the title race until them last 10 games. And if we've got a sniff, put the pressure on and go for it. And I think that's what we'll do. And I think we're only going to get better the next couple of years, to be fair.
I mean, do you know what? I didn't watch the Liverpool game yesterday, but Cass watched it. I messaged him and said, "What? I know they lost 4-2. Perfect timing. Always pops in with the eyes. Always pops in with the eyes, Mr. Owen." But Cass said to me that Liverpool defensively, they do need to go and get another centre back. He said, and in transitions, Liverpool actually looked a bit dodgy yesterday. If we get right our transfer window, because I think we were all excited before the Club World Cup, right? And then obviously that last game against Al Hilal, and now all of a sudden it's like everyone's forgot about our transfer window. It's so reactionary because they want another shiny toy to talk about. But we're getting Trafford. Hi, Martin. If we get Livramento, Steve,
yeah,
it's got to be a 8 or 9 out of 10 window, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen it before. Pre-seasons, you can't. I remember City doing pre-season, not losing the game, and then being absolutely terrible in the beginning of the season. I've seen City lose pre-season games and go on and win the league. I think it's just about where we are. It's about getting the new lads integrated in the team. And what was good about the tournament in America was they had a solid 3 or 4 weeks where they were all together. Whereas if you're back at home and you're playing random friendlies or here and there, you don't quite get the same level of bonding that they got. So I think City are happy with what they've done. They've got the friendly at Palermo. But I just feel like the Al Hilal game panicked everyone because Juventus, the game before, we look really good. And I do think the options we've got going forward and in the midfield are far better than what we had last year. And I do think the defence is fine because I think Ruben Diaz and Gvardiol, Ait Naori, Nunes defence is fine. I think it changed against Al Hilal because he brought on the old school. He brought on Nathan Ake and he brought on Akanji. And we had that back 3/4, which was very, very slow. I don't think he plays that when the season starts. And one thing as well, I don't think last season we had Ruben Diaz, Manuel Akanji, etc. on the edge of other people's boxes, passing the ball about because other teams were going, let them have it. We were primed for a counter-attack because we were letting our centre-halves do the ball business on the edge of the box. Rodri and Reinders in now, it's different. Give them the ball, let them push up the pitch. And I don't think we're going to get caught on many transitions, but I just think people panic. It's not a real-life scenario. You don't come up against teams with fast attackers like that who just play that big ball down the side. You don't come up against it. Premier League's different. And I think Pep knows what he's doing. He's not stupid, you know what I mean? He's got the pieces he wants. But like you say, Nunes worries me at right back, Rico Lewis. But then is he going to use Rico? Is he going to use Nunes? Is he going to use Akanji? Is he going to use Kuzanov? We just don't know what he's going to do, you know what I mean?
Is Stones going to get back to fitness? And someone mentioned this to me yesterday. If Stones gets back to fully fit, he might even put Stones at right back. Remember, there was a period.
I'll be honest with you, Daps. I don't really give a shit about any other team apart from City, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I am concerned about City. I'm happy that we made a commitment to rebuild the squad with younger players because it needed it. It needed refreshing. And if you're expecting for City just to go out there and smash everybody and win the league and etc., with a young team that we freshly put together, then I think we need to be patient with them, with the young lads. To get to that level where they need to be, where we want them to be, we have to be patient. It's like, you know how happy I am that we're signing Trafford, right? I think it's a positive step. Yes, he's going to make mistakes, but he's a young one at 22 that's got tons of ability, and he has. You know, I'm not happy with Ederson because he's not showing commitment towards the club.
Well,
he's made his.
Hold on. I hear you. However, to a certain extent, him and Pep have met up and had a conversation, right?
Right. Okay.
So and he's agreed to stay. So at this point, and he's been told he can go on a free next season. Now, I've said this to you before. I've said this to you before, Alan. If it's okay for Company, it's okay for Fernandinho, it's okay for Silva, it's okay for De Bruyne, it's okay for Aguero. If it's okay for all of those legends to be told you can go on a free after 9 or 10 years, why is it not okay for Ederson?
No, the only thing I didn't like was him not signing the contract and moaning and groaning and carrying on last year when he did quite regularly.
But did he? Can you?
Well, yeah,
actually,
we all said.
Did he
said,
moan and groan last year? Did he?
Threw his toys out the cop a few times.
When?
When?
Alan, genuinely, when?
He's had moans and groans. He has.
The last time I remember Ederson moaning and groaning was the end of the season before last when he got injured and Ortega stepped in. Yep. That's the last time I believe Ederson moaned.
I think Ederson got a lot of hate online. His missus was getting a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It did look like he was going to go. For me, Trafford's a good goalkeeper.
Yes.
In my opinion, I wouldn't throw him directly in as number one. So if the situation is Ederson's got 1 year left, City say, right, you're the number one for this season. Trafford, you've got to shadow him, play Carabao Cup games, play the odd league game here and there, and next season you're going to be number one. Then I'm happy with that because I feel like we could destroy Trafford if he gets thrown in the deep end at City and makes a few early mistakes. Because this fan base at the minute, they're all right. I know Ederson makes some mad shit sometimes, but Ederson has got us out of a lot of shit and saved us a lot of times. People forget that. And I think the goalkeeper position is a position where it's very unforgiving. And to put Trafford in there just too early, I think Pep knows what he's doing. And I think it works for Ederson to work his contract down. He'll get the big move on a free somewhere, get a big signing on fee, and he'll go and do what he's done. And we thank him. And I think Trafford will know about the club more, know about what Pep expects more, and literally be ready to go next season. And I think Trafford's probably accepted that. You know what I mean?
Would you? I know you were asked. Yeah, it was yesterday or the day before, Jordan. That would you start first game against Wolves with Trafford or not? My answer to that is, I want the pair of them to fight for the place. I'd start with him. I'd give him the go. Give him the confidence.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of am a bit with Steve that I don't know if it's a risk. You throw him in first game and he concedes one goal, it'll start getting some hate online. Even if we win the first game, if he concedes, all of a sudden there'll be. So I think there's a
lot less risk if he plays Carabao Cup games or he plays the Champions League. Say we get a draw, we're playing a Bruges at home, and he thinks, you know what, I'll put Trafford in. I think it's a lot less risk than throwing him straight in the Premier League. This Premier League's unforgiving. If you lose 2 games, you're out of the title race. That's how tight it is these days. You know what I mean? You lose 2 games, you're out of it. So I think Pep will go with what he knows. One big push from Ederson. And I think Trafford will just be getting primed. A bit like what Joe Hart did with Shea Given. You know what I mean? He was waiting in the wings and waiting for the takeover. And then
that's a good example, that one, the Shea Given and Hart. I've seen a few people say that and I've forgot about it, but I think that's spot on. Morning, Martin, you there?
Yeah, I'm just listening to James Trafford's agent plays in a way there.
Who? Alan?
Give me. Morning, gentlemen. How are we? Morning, Steve.
Alan, who is City's best signing? Alan, who's City's best signing this summer?
I'll say Reinders.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
You lying sod.
What?
And by the way,
I'll be honest with you.
Stephen Jordan,
I've been
happy birthday
to
to Jordan.
for a month.
Thank you.
Many happy returns. Can I just say, Stephen Jordan, do not listen to Alan when he says, I'm not bothered about rivals. I am on the phone to this man at 2 a.m. in the morning when he's crying about Liverpool. Do not listen to him. Do not listen to him. Absolute waffle merchant.
I just find it. I do find it funny with Liverpool that I put on Twitter yesterday. I see Liverpool lost 4-2. Are any of our fan base still twerking for them as much? And someone commented, a City fan commented, yeah, but they lost because X, Y, and Z, right? And I'm like, so why didn't you give that excuse when we lost to Al Hilal. I said, it's mad that as a City fan, you're making excuses for Liverpool, but you don't make excuses for your own club. So,
yeah,
listen.
I had the same conversation with the Liverpool fan.
I've had a lecture off Martin that I've got to be more mature on streams, right? He's told me, otherwise he'll kick me off.
No, I did not say that at all. No. I had the same conversation actually with a Liverpool fan. I went, your fan base is going to make a Twitter space now whenever a 9-hour meltdown about how bad Liverpool are when you spend 300 million and you've got beat. It's quite
straight away. That was a pre-season game and yours was competitive. There we go. Okay. I mean, didn't AC Milan finish 8th last season?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not taking anything from the all I took from the Al Hilal game as a City fan was I was a little bit worried that we got hit in transition so much. So Liverpool fans, I'm not expecting you to have a meltdown, but I'm not expecting our fan base to also have a meltdown.
But anyone that watched the Al Hilal game knows that we should have been 4 up at half time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could have gone either way.
What was it in that game? Because one thing I did notice in that first half, it was the best attacking display we'd done in a long time. Like you said, we should have been 4 or 5 up.
I feel like
people are making goals from a yard out.
The options we've got this season compared to last season, if you just roll it back last season, roll it back to the FA Cup final, Ruben Diaz gets the ball, carries it into Palace's half, gets to the edge of the box, lays it to the left, goes to the left, all the way to Doku. Doku tries to cut in, comes back, gets to Ruben Diaz, pass to Akanji, comes to the right. And it was absolutely boring. We're sat there watching it thinking, wow, is this what we've become? And then you look at the way we've got pre-season, we had Erling Haaland getting involved in the game, laying things off because the defence wasn't just focusing on him. They had Doku and Aït-Nouri on the left, and then Reinders going on that side, having that little triangle. That looked lively. We had Phil Foden being found in the spaces, people actually zipping them balls in the gaps. Foden was scoring pre-season. Cherki was coming on. We had Núñez overlapping on the right. We had Savinho scoring goals. So, and we had Rodri and Reinders in the midfield mopping it up. So it looked a totally different Manchester City team. At one that we've got options. And we'd be, if we hadn't have got beat to Al Hilal, we'd be going into this season now absolutely 100% ready for it. It was just that, like you say, second half, Guardiola and who did he take off? Guardiola and Núñez and bring on Ake and Akanji, and it just looked like the old guard had returned, and Rodri went off because he was injured, and it just looked like it we were primed for that counter attack, and it is what it is. Everyone watched the game. The oldest fan base and the people at ground are not going to panic over a pre-season game. They're not, but it's just the young uns, they go a bit mental. They go a bit mental. And like you say, I don't go on Twitter for a reason. It's mad, but they're creeping onto me TikTok now. And they're like, we're going to finish 4th. Liverpool's going to, and it's like mad panic. And I can't.
That, Steve.
Say again.
Alan's already said we're finishing 4th or 5th.
No, now I'll be honest. I've said myself as well that at the moment, the defensive thing is my only concern. I have zero concerns going forward. As long as you don't keep playing Haaland and Doku together, that's mad. But apart from that, my biggest concern is defensively, right? It is. It's the transitions thing. I guess the other thing is the Rodri. I'd forgot that Rodri actually got injured in the last game. So I'm interested to see if Rodri is back in full training, because I think that's pretty important. Listen, I've got two other people to bring in. I just want to do a couple of super chats.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go?
No, you can stay, Al. You can stay. Completely up to you, bro. You can stay.
Yeah, you're on camera in about 8 hours. Go and get some sleep, you.
I'm up at 6 a.m. for you for 6:30.
It was boss man said, clear off.
Old type Majesty, who's saying, slightly Steve is back. How you been? Slightly, right. Steve.
I'm all right.
Again, Majesty, appreciate the super chats, bro. If City accepts Rodri for Rodrigo and Camavinga and money, do you guys think City should get Tonali? I don't think City. If you want to look at anything else, just think Rodri and Camavinga between them are probably going to ask for about 600 grand in wages, right? City aren't going to pay that. So there's no way that City would even take that, let alone they're not going to sell their best player. So I'm not even going to.
They're not going to sign either one of those two.
No way. And
Rodri's
finally,
signing a new contract soon anyway.
From Andy, happy birthday, Daps. Now take Morgan Gibbs White, my gift to you. Nope, I believe he's just signed a new contract. Now, I've got two other friends joining me right now, and neither of them are City fans, but they're coming on to wish me a happy birthday. The first one I'm going to bring in, who should I bring in first? In fact, first one from my good friend D. Steve, I'm going to play this, and then you'll know what team he supports. Where is it? Apart from anything in this league, look, Arsenal have done all right, haven't they? They've done all right, but they will say we lost it at Villa.
Fuck them cunts. I don't know what to talk about. Them, listen.
The truth is, they haven't done enough because they'll say. I did.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Cheers, bro. And secondly, well, this guy last season on Never a Foul formed an alliance with Newcastle and Aston Villa. He said it was part of the alliance that are breaking up the Big Six. And the only thing this alliance have done this summer is being rejected by everyone. My good friend Wolfie from Forest Fan TV. What you say, bro?
Happy birthday, bro.
Oh, your voice does sound like you've just woke up.
Bro, I've just woken up. Welcome to being 23, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And Steve's 23 as well, isn't you, Steve?
Yeah, just
big up, boys. How are you?
Bro, first thing, is it true? Has he signed a new contract with you?
Yep. Done, dusted, man. Done
right.
and dusted.
So, it's only for 1 year.
So, Wolfie, are you happy that you're keeping Morgan Gibbs White? Because you've been flip-flopping all over the place.
I have not been flip-flopping, bro. You know I've been consistent. I said you can have him, but I said Spurs can't have him. That's
okay, so
what
does that mean you're not happy that you've got him?
No, I'm happy Spurs haven't got him. Because that fan base is so shameless, man. Like, I guess you're saying Q&A, yeah? Here's my cue for you.
All right, cool.
Should Spurs still be classed as a Big Six team? They can't even take my 5th best player out of my squad to go to them. When he has a release clause, they still couldn't even get him because Marinakis bent Levy over. Should they be classed as a Big Six team?
You know what? I think it's right. So last season, I was doing that we should create a petition to get Tottenham out of the Big Six, right? But that European trophy has probably kept him in it for another season.
Yeah. Then what? You're going to add Palace in there, man? They won a couple last season.
No. Because Tottenham they were pretty consistent with staying in there. But I mean, I think with Tottenham, it's all on next season because they've gone and got their trophy now. Cool, but now can you get back up towards where you should be in the league? Because if they can't, and they're in the Champions League, aren't they?
Yeah,
for 8 games.
Will they qualify in the Champions League? Because it's going to be their first time in the new format of the Champions League as well. So
let's be real, bro. They've just hired a manager who's won nothing.
I rate their manager.
You can rate him all you want. Would you swap him for Pep?
No.
For Pep?
Yeah. Next question.
Pep's the greatest manager of all time.
They've had rejections. They can't. You know, when a manager leaves a club, usually they bring their boys with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to get Mbeumo, couldn't get him. They tried to get Visser, couldn't get him. So he can't even pull to Spurs the players that were decent. At Brentford.
So
they're getting rejected as well.
My good mate Leo, who lives just down the road from me, is a massive Tottenham fan. He's from Potter's Bar, so he's a proper Tottenham fan.
My mum's from Potter's
He's a massive summer.
He even told me today. He even tells me that they are the biggest club in London, which I start laughing at. Right? He said we've got more fans than anyone in London. I went, what?
Yeah, until Son goes. When Son goes, that number drops.
I know. And I said, but Leo, you won a trophy, which I was pleased about because they beat Man U, right, in the final. And to see them, just to stop them, was made me laugh. But they're the worst Tottenham side I have ever seen.
Last season, they were very bad. But But Wolfie, if you were to remove Tottenham from, based on what you just said there, if you were to remove Tottenham from the Big Six, who would you put in there?
I wouldn't put anyone in.
Oh,
In
right,
fact, I'd go a step further. I'd say it's not really a Big Six anymore. It's a Big Four.
Would you say
Bro,
that?
yeah. Look at this transfer window. Look at this transfer window. Who's done their business? You, Arsenal, Liverpool, and you, Arsenal. Who am I missing? Chelsea. Yeah. Look at what Man U have done. They ain't got the money to bring players in. They had to bring a player on a release clause in Cunha. They just about got Mbeumo over the line 3 years after starting negotiations and then paying more what they should have originally paid in there. Look at Spurs. They've pulled in Kudos, who's had a stinker last year at West Ham. So I'm saying the gap isn't a Big Six gap. It's a Big Four gap now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do you know what I find funny though is how long it's taken Man United to get back to a certain. You see, when City have little drop-offs and things like that, they seem to rise fairly quickly. You know, when there was a good 2 or 3 year period where they kept getting to the latter stages of the Champions League, and everyone kept saying they're not going to get over the line, they're not going to win it, but they seem to get the job done fairly quickly in that bit of doubt. Man United seem to have been in the doldrums for ages. It's like they've been there for years. They haven't been towards the top of the league since Moyes. Yeah, really.
Moyes
finished seventh.
But mate, United, any business, don't care what it is, if it's not right at the top, it's cancer goes right through. And the problem with United is the people at the top who run the club are a nightmare. And once you got that in the club, it's very hard. It goes all the way through. You can't solve it until you get the people at the top right. It happens to Man City.
I think we've got issues at the top. Liverpool got FSG at the top.
A couple of years ago, everyone's been upset with their owners at some point. A couple of years ago, FSG, Liverpool hated FSG.
Exactly.
Everyone hated Daniel Levy. Everyone hated West Ham hate their owners. Arsenal everyone hates their owners, but I don't understand how Man United seem to get away with finishing constantly at the bottom of the table, or I don't understand it.
My whole thing with Man United is where I think is that ultimately, where I think United are in bigger trouble than United, even like most United fans realise, is that you're right. You all have this issue with owners at a certain point, and then you can bring in different directors, or you can bring in different sporting directors, right? The problem Man United have is that they're owned by the Glazers, right? And the Glazers are different to FSG. They're different to Arsenal's owners. The Glazers are absolute scumbags who have got Man United to a point where they're so much in debt that the only way they are ever going to get out of that debt is if they are sold, right? Man United needs Qatar. They need Saudi Arabian money. They need that type of money, right? And they're not going to get that type of money now because football's evolved. And owners are now looking at clubs like Wrexham, clubs like Birmingham. They're not looking at clubs that are going to cost them $6 billion to buy in the first place. Who wants to buy something that's full of debt? So they'd rather look.
Did you just call the Glazers scumbags?
Oh, they're beautiful scumbags.
How dare you, bro?
Oh, long may they continue.
Long may their reign continue. Yeah,
exactly.
It is to a point where when they talk about, when I hear Cass talking about, like maybe we can get out of debt. You're not getting out of that debt. That debt is like it's generational.
You know what it is, Daps, as well. You know what it is, yeah. Like if we're gonna have like a real convo about football and where it's gone, the facts are everyone's upset that City have in the last 10, 15 years, City have just like kind of disrupted that whole big 2, big 3, big 4 thing. That's what everyone's really upset about. That's what all of this, that's what people get irritated about, because they've spent their money. Regardless if you spent money, you spent your money well. Over the years, you've won everything, you spent money well, and you've dominated football. Everyone's angry about that. You've got the best manager, you've got the best campus, you've got one of the best stadiums. Everyone's angry that it's been disrupted, and everyone else thinks that they can do the same thing. So Man United are now trying their best to copy City's model in some way, and they've done it in about 10 different versions. Oh, let's go and get a manager that can do this. Oh, let's go and get an owner that can do that. Everyone's tried to copy the City way, because City have done it better than Abramovich done it.
Yeah.
Really and truly, they've done what Abramovich done, but with class. Really, you know what I'm saying? I know there's little loopholes.
We've got the right people at the top who've done the execs.
You've got the right people at the top, but you spent properly.
Yeah.
Every player that you spent that you've ended up buying has ended up becoming a world class or one of the greatest players in the Premier League. Everyone.
You know, I always
the whole
say,
structure is good.
If you look at really what you said there, spot on, right? If you look at when you buy a player and it's a lot of money, people will go, "Oh, that's a lot of money," right? But you shouldn't judge them when you buy them. You should judge them when they leave your club, right? So there is a reason why whenever people talk about City spending badly, they have one example, Jack Grealish, right? And as City fans and some rivals as well would say, actually, Jack Grealish has, he has done stuff for City. But if you imagine, even if you go back to when we signed Silva and Yaya Toure, everyone was going, how much
De
money?
Bruyne, do you remember Soccer Saturday when Jeff Stelling, Phil Thompson, Jack, what's his name, Paul Merson and Charlie Thompson, all that? What Charlie Thompson? What's Phil Thompson? When they were talking about De Bruyne when he came from, and they were talking about, he's not going to make it. He was at Chelsea and all this. You got to remember, over the years, your team has become one of the teams that will be classed as one of the greats in history of football.
Yeah.
Like it will be the Arsenal Invincible team, potentially the Man United, the class of 92. The Man City have got about three great teams over the course of the last 10 years. They got like 3 different generations. So when people say things like Pep, will he be able to do it? You look at it and you think, how can you doubt somebody that's done it in every club for years? He's never, ever not competed at the highest level ever in his life.
Well, my whole thing with Pep is at the moment, to anyone I'm saying, when people are saying, nah, Pep's lost it, he needs to go, I say to him, did you say that after Pep's first season? Because Pep's first season, he had... Yeah. We had very old fullbacks with no legs in Sagna, Kolarov. Was Clichy still there? I think Clichy might have. And was. The minute he had one summer, the next season we got 100 points. The season after that, we did the domestic treble. So I say to people, if you want to doubt Pep after one bad season, did you doubt him after his first season at City? Because after that, look what he's done. Just give him a chance. If at the end of next season, we're in a similar place, we can have
it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter because when you know a sign of a true great is when you birth others. Arteta, Maresca, Company, all of these guys are all come from the school of Pep Guardiola. This is just the fact of it. Everybody, the whole football world is changed to how Pep manages. The whole football world. Promote from within. Make sure you play out from the back. It's all Pep Guardiola. The whole world is Pep. You get relegated from Burnley, and then the manager goes to Bayern Munich. Because of his style of football. Because of what Pep created.
PSG's manager as well.
I want to do something. I've said something that I was going to do today. I want to do the greatest City 11 of all time, right? And I'm going to minimize it a little bit, and I'm going to talk in our lifetime. And you guys, Wolfie, and if anyone needs to leave, feel free to leave. But before you leave, you have to drop me a question. But if not, let's start off. Steve, I'll come to you first on this one. In goal, who would you have?
It's fucking hard, isn't it? It's hard. I mean, Joe Hart, for what he did for City at the time, was fantastic. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not classing it. You're classing it as in their prime, right? Because she had Schmeichel as well, didn't you?
Yeah, Schmeichel.
I'm classing it as when they played for us. Schmeichel was fucking an invalid when he played for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I was probably better than him, but
Carson.
It's got to be.
Have you got to have seen the players?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because obviously, going to say if not, it's going to be Bert Trout and people like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm just going off what I've seen. For me, it's probably going to be Ederson because for what he's done, what he's achieved, what he's won. Joe Hart was good, but I mean, Tony Colton was good, but then he went and joined the dark side back in the day. But for me, for what he's won and for what he brought, and for this kind of goalkeeper, no one had ever seen a goalkeeper like that at Manchester City. So I would choose Ederson, me.
I'd go with Ederson as well. I know there's a lot of Joe Hart lovers, but I think for what he's achieved at City, is I don't really see it as a comparison. We love Joe Hart. Joe Hart's a cult hero, but for me, it's Ederson. Martin?
Joe Hart. All day, Joe Hart.
Alan?
It's the choice of Joe Corrigan.
Did you see Corrigan?
Yes. Was there in 1971?
He is that old, Daps. He is that old.
I saw Joe Corrigan.
You saw Bert Troutman.
You didn't see Bert Troutman.
My dad did.
No, you didn't see Bert Troutman.
I didn't. My dad did.
You can't go what your dad did, saw.
His dad did.
Fucking hell.
I would say Joe Hart.
Right, Wolfie, Joe Hart or Ederson?
Ederson, bro. Ederson kind of changed the way you played. You know what I'm saying? He was that ball-playing goalkeeper.
Depends on what you're playing.
Yeah, easily Ederson for me. Easily Ederson.
In goal. All right back. I think there's. Unless you want to put Richard Edghill, there it's surely between Walker. It's got to be between Walker and Zabaleta, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walker. It's got to be Walker.
Walker.
Yeah, I'd Kyle as well.
Walker in.
Yeah,
right, centre backs is a tough one for me. I think are we all going to agree Vincent Kompany has to be in there?
Definitely.
Yeah. And then it's the partner with Vincent. Steve.
I mean, you got to look at Ruben Diaz for what he's done, what he's won. You know what I mean? You got to look at Ruben Diaz. I mean, people take the eye off it because he fucking had a stinker against Al Hilal, but that doesn't mean he didn't win the fucking treble and all the trophies he did. And he come in and he brought a level of mentality that we needed at the time. It was that no nonsense fight. I think Ruben. I mean, you look at Vincent's partner, Joleon Lescott, what they won together, but
yeah.
I think Ruben's better than Joleon, you know.
I was just about to say that. Big up Joleon. That's my guy, but he loves Ruben Diaz. He thinks Diaz is brilliant. He was giving me the other day. We was having a conversation between Van Dijk and Diaz, and I've always said Van Dijk, and he gave me some stats to say when Ruben Diaz came in, he basically won everything straight away, which I didn't realize. Like he said, he came in and basically did exactly the same thing that Van Dijk did.
Amazing.
Oh, he won Premier League Player of the Season, not City.
Yeah, he told me some stuff I did not know at all. He said he came in and did everything.
First season, Diaz came in. Last season was the first season that Diaz didn't win the Premier League since he joined City. So it doesn't get spoken about. I mean, look, at the moment, I think Diaz without Walker, he doesn't look as good because him and Walker on that right-hand side, was just like, because he had the pace of Walker, but then the reading of the game of Diaz and whatever. But
John Stones could get an only mention for what he done, you know, in the treble season.
That's where I'm at. I can't choose between Stones and Diaz.
I just think Stones' injury record for me has just let him down a lot. I think Ruben has had the same injuries, but I think Ruben just
it's got to be Diaz. It's got to be Diaz.
If you're playing the way we do right now, you'd have to go with John Stones. If you're talking about legacy old style centre halves, we had two of the fucking best, in my opinion, Dave Watson and Mike Doyle. I'll tell you that.
I was going to say an honorary mention. It probably is from our era growing up, Steve. But I was going to say I've always said I would have loved to have seen Vincent Kompany and Keith Curl. But
you're going to say Kit Simons. I thought you were going to roll Kit Simons out there.
Oh, Richard Dunn.
Nah, for me, Dunn mentioned, but he's not there. Dunn, like, he's not that level. He's not that level.
What about Kakabatis Kadadze?
Alan Kernigan.
Hey, the Georgian king of the air.
Don't worry, Steve. There's a Georgian going in my midfield. And people can fight me on this. They can fight me on that when it gets to it.
You're taking Cladzy, and I'm going to agree with you.
Question:
my midfield as well.
Can you name, Steve? Can you name all of the Georgians that we had in that era?
Yeah.
And spell it.
Kavalashvili, King Cladze, Murtaz Shalayo, Kakabatis Kadze.
There we go. We bought one.
I didn't understand the word you just said, bro.
Mikhail Kavalashvili, the striker, is now the Prime Minister of Georgia.
Scored his debut against the Rags.
Wolfie, what basically happened is we bought King Cladzy, he was mint, and then we go, oh fucking hell, they must all be good, and just went and bought loads. Of
we went and bought all his mates to keep him happy.
He was one of the best
good players
midfielders in
like
that
you,
era,
and
man.
said, yeah, they're
He
better
was
than
a
me, and
baller.
fucking just signed
It's
us.
a shame he went to the
Oh,
Sheets.
yeah. It's like when you sign a player's brother just so that they're comfortable. So right, all right, and then on the left, I think the left is probably the hardest one.
Gareth Barry.
Ain't Kolarov being that?
On the left back.
Yeah,
I think Gail Clichy needs a shout.
That's where I was. I was going to say Cliche.
You wouldn't say Kolarov, no?
No. Kolarov.
going forward, but defensively he was
I
a bit.
thought he was wicked when he was playing.
He was very good going forward, but defensively he was a bit weak. I must admit, I think we didn't get the best of Clichy. Oh, Cancelo's a shout, at left back.
Yeah.
Even Gvardio's
a shout. Okay, I think. What about again? This could be childhood, Steve. Phelan.
Terry Phelan, yeah. Terry Phelan.
Who's a natural.
I'll go back even further. Willie Donachie.
I think Willie Donachie, yeah. If he was people here, wouldn't everyone would be going on about Willie Donachie, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But Zinchenko was actually better than all of these guys, though, at the time, wasn't he?
No.
Zinchenko, Gail. I think Gail.
He changed it. He changed the game.
First proper left back that I thought was decent for City that I'd seen. You know what I mean? And then since then, Pep had a meltdown with left backs and just plays midfielders. Fabian Delph won the Centurion season at left back.
Yeah, Delph did a very good job there, to be fair, as well. I think Delph was the first one that went in, and then after Delph, it was Zinchenko. Zinchenko was good at left back, I can't lie. Who are we going with? I'll let you lot decide on this.
It's got to be Zinchenko, man. When he was at your club, not obviously when he moved to Arsenal.
I'd say Gail Clichy, me.
Yeah, I'm at Cliche now.
I'd say Cancelo.
I'd say Cancelo, I'd say for the balance, I actually think Cancelo and Walker was the best balance. But there's three votes for Clichy. We'll go with Clichy. Right, into midfield. We'll start with the six.
Rodri.
Fernandinho.
Oh, hold on, Steve. Is it conversation though? Rodri, Fernandinho.
Has to be.
I don't think it is anymore.
Do you not think?
I don't think it is anymore.
See, Fernandinho.
Rodri won the Ballon d'Or straight away. That's it. Gone.
Yeah.
Rodri, but honorary mentions to Fernandinho and Nigel de Jong.
Without Fernandinho, there's no Rodri because Fernandinho accepted that he was number one. Rodri shadowed him for a season. Then he accepted that Rodri was going to be number one. Didn't throw the toys out the pram. He slipped into number two and just guided Rodri through that season. When Rodri needed help, he came in there. If anyone needed rattling, Fernandinho come on and do it. And I think Rodri, if you got Rodri in a room and said who you learned the most off player wise, he's gonna say Fernandinho, 100%.
Yeah, it is.
And
not just him. Do you know what? I mean, I always talk on the fact that I always remember watching this one clip. Right, we were playing Liverpool, right, and Liverpool broke into our half, and Bernardo Silva was trying to catch up with the Liverpool player to tackle him, and Fernandinho just came running alongside Bernardo. Grabbed hold of the Liverpool player before he got too close to our goal and just pulled him down. And then as he got a yellow, but as he was walking away, you could see him shouting at Bernardo, just grab hold of the fucking player's shirt and pull him down. Don't bother letting him get too close to our goal. And I think Fernandinho taught a lot of our team those dark arts. Patrick Vieira, do you know what? He deserves an honorary mention for actually coming in and giving a bit of that mentality to get our first trophy. Like
all day.
Him, Colo Torre, they came in and they were. If you think that first City team that won the FA Cup and then the Premier League, I do think Colo Torre and Yaya Toure behind the scenes were fucking massive at that point. Yeah. But all right, so we're going with, and just to confirm, we're not doing a pivot of Rodri and Fernandinho neither, because we've probably got too many good attacking players. So we're just going with Rodri, yeah.
Yeah, you got a bit of a problem here.
Well, because now,
you got the next two positions. You got a bit of a big issue here. You got a bit of a.
You've got a very big issue because for me,
David Silva.
Silva could sort of pigeonhole him out on the wing if he needs to.
Right.
When he first got
Yaya Toure, you've got Kevin De Bruyne, you've got Giorgio Kwadze.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They've got Ali Benabia. You know, there's a lot of legends like icons, little iconic legends at City. City fans love in there. So
You got to put Kinkladze in, man. Otherwise, there's too much recency bias in this.
Yeah, I hear you.
Kinkladze has to go in.
Gundogan as well.
Definitely, yeah. You got Mahrez. He needs to get into that midfield on the right somewhere.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, but that would be Sterling and Sane. Those wingers.
Not for me.
Mahrez.
No.
David Silva would have to. For me, Kevin De Bruyne would be in the midfield. I'd go Kevin De Bruyne and Kinkladze in the midfield.
Oh no, Yaya Toure.
No, Yaya's so mad.
That's crazy. Yaya's got.
Wait, what formation are you doing here, Daps?
4-3-3.
At this point, right? Does anyone ever remember when Yaya Toure did his greatest 11 that he's played with? Right, he had 2 defenders. Like he just filled it with and I was thinking we might have to do this. Like we might have to drop Clichy.
Load of midfield players.
Is it too attacking if I do David Silva on the left, KDB and Kinkladze? Is that just too attacking?
No, but that's what I would probably do. And I'd take Diaz out and put Yaya centre back.
Yeah, I'm not playing a winger. I've got David in.
Hold on a second. Right,
I'm so confused on this formation now.
We're missing something here. I think at the moment what we're doing is we're saving it to put. Let's do up top first, right?
Aguero.
Are you having 2 up top or 1?
Well, what I would do personally is probably have someone like Aguero and then have whether it be Kinkladze or Silva off of Aguero.
Oh,
and then you can have the other one in mid. Then you can fit Yaya in the midfield.
Yeah, but then you drop in Mahrez.
Mahrez gets a very.
I'm going to say you have to look at the best centre forwards for City. You put probably 3 I can think of straight away. You'd have Aguero, Tevez. Brilliant player.
No Rosler.
Oh, mate, I love Rosler. It's
cool. What about Dickoff?
Not Dickoff.
You know, Sergio.
Dickoff is this thing. Dickoff
is no Alano and Joe.
This has got too much recency bias.
Where's Alano and Joe? You know, you want Alano or Joe?
Why are you putting Tevez in?
Joe.
Why was he mean? Just because he's not playing golf doesn't mean he's not a good player.
No,
that's by all, man.
Yeah,
he run the whole length of the pitch.
I'll tell you, only played for City for 1 year. It was brilliant. Was Trevor Francis?
Rip to him. Forest legend.
Fucking brilliant player. Brilliant player.
Did he play for City? I don't know.
Yeah.
If we're doing Forest legends, are we going to put Nigel Clough in there then? Fucking hell.
I don't do players that get into your all-time 11. What are you talking about, man?
City, listen, we played Wolves at home when he was signed, when he left and went to Italy, right? He was signed for us, and we got to Christmas with Trevor Francis inside, and on Christmas Day we were top of the league. Then he went and got transferred out, and we went down that season. Only side to finish near Christmas, top of the league, and go down.
So hold on, I'm trying something here.
Are you lot not playing Colin Bell in the midfield?
Nah, because
no one's seen him.
I saw him. I've seen him, but only when he got injured. Only when he got injured.
Right. So
great player.
Haaland's got to be in there.
Before we guarantee Aguero, are we, Steve? Where are you putting Haaland? Are you putting Haaland up there? Are you putting him in there?
He's on the bench.
It's on the bench.
He's already broken records. He broke
Aguero is
if I said, all right, I'll ask you a question: Prime Aguero or Prime Haaland?
Aguero every day.
Yeah, but Haaland breaks records
all day long.
Do you know what I got? So, Wolfie and D, before you joined, I got asked a question, right? Prime at Man City, keep, bench, sell. Aguero, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne.
Keep, bench, sell. Aguero, David Silva. Oh my God,
that's easy.
Keep Aguero.
No, all of us said we'd sell De Bruyne.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Haaland.
Haaland wasn't in it.
Who was it again? Aguero,
Silva, De Bruyne.
Yeah, it would have to
Keep
be.
Aguero.
No, you'd keep Silva.
But Aguero just for that
Aguero.
Man U moment, man.
No, David Silva was changed. Would change their whole
Yeah,
team.
I'm probably selling De Bruyne. Oh, that's that master.
Because and people said without De Bruyne, did we do either of the trebles? But without Aguero, we don't win our first Premier League. And David Silva, probably. I mean, I'm still Silva over De Bruyne.
Isn't Silva the best
Man
City? Isn't Silva the best Man City player of all time?
I personally,
in my eyes, I think so.
He is, right? I thought that was a unanimous thing outside of Man City.
No.
No.
De Bruyne, do you know what it is?
It's a debate between De Bruyne and Silva.
Steve, you're probably between De Bruyne and Steve, you're probably between Aguero and Silva, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
I just love Aguero. I just think everything about him for when he came, he just changed everything for us. Like
I agree.
He did. He
10
massively
years
did.
there, and you go on about Thierry Henry and stuff, and I've had this argument before, but every record Thierry Henry set, Aguero broke it. But no one gives a shit. But if he played for Arsenal and the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be hitting me with that every time I went in there and go, "Oh, hold on a minute."
But Haaland, you could say the same for Haaland. Haaland broke Aguero's record.
What? Yeah, no, the City record. But you had the average, the goals per minutes ratio in the Premier League history is Aguero. The highest goal scoring foreign player in the Premier League history is Aguero. Do you know what I mean? Haaland,
Aguero's up there with Andy Cole in the and all that, and Shearer, etc.
Haaland broke the individual season record. But what I'm saying is this because he plays for Man City, it's this lack of it doesn't really count because he plays for Man City.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, I think it needs time.
I go on these shows against these Arsenal people, Chelsea people, United people. The way they speak about Aguero is like he's some fucking bum.
No, as a neutral, I would say Aguero. I agree with what you're saying on Aguero, but to say on the eye test, he doesn't touch Henry. He doesn't touch Henry.
But on the eye test, Thierry Henry comes to the Premier League. He's tall, he's athletic, he's got the pace. He was built for the Premier League. Sergio Aguero came to the Premier League at 5'0", was told that the centre backs are going to pass him around like he's nothing, and he's not got a chance in the Premier League, and he destroyed the Premier League. Destroyed it.
I'm not downplaying Aguero. I'm saying I even said I keep Aguero from the three Daps said. That's his impact on you. He had aura about him, man. He had that fear factor up front. What I'm saying is against Henry, and I've seen them both, man. Henry was untouchable.
Yeah, he was. I think if someone said to me, "Who's your favourite player, but not Man City," that I've seen live and watched, it would be Bergkamp and Henry without any doubt.
I agree.
Definitely.
Without any doubt.
And with Henry, I think there's been in the history. I think there's really only been one other striker that's been maybe better than him, and that's R9. I don't think there's been any other striker that's been better than Henry.
Hold on. In the Premier League, I disagree. I don't think R9 in the Premier League touches Aguero. I think once he went to Real Madrid, maybe, but I think in the Premier League, R9 was not Aguero level.
But he wasn't in the Premier League.
We can't make that comparison.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Ronaldo. Yeah. If we mean, sorry, I thought you were saying the other Ronaldo. Sorry.
I was so confused with what you were saying.
No.
You scared me there.
And I'm like, when did he play Premier League?
Probably already. So I'm.
Yeah, you scared me there, Daps. You scared me there for a minute.
Right, just quickly, people, please make sure you smashing the like button. They really help. If not for any other reason, do it for my birthday. But just quickly, what do we think of this then? Hold on, let me share it. Can you not see that?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, then you've got no wide, really, anyone wide, have you?
The only thing is you'd have to have, Walker's going to hold the width down here and you've got De Bruyne. And we're probably, when we're talking De Bruyne and Silva, if we're talking prime De Bruyne and Silva, you might say their prime periods were kind of when they were playing a bit more wider.
Daps, why wouldn't you just go 4-3-1-2? I mean, Kinkladze could play as that 10. Do you know what I'm saying? Put De Bruyne or Yaya in the 10 and make that more flat in the middle.
What? So put De Bruyne there?
No, leave Kinkladze there. I'm just saying, just flatten out that midfield into a 3.
Hold on, so you're playing Kinkladze just behind Aguero, yeah?
A bit higher up. Because he did, I know he was more a kind of cam, but you could just...
Like that?
I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
you
disappointed you're not putting Jenny Craney up top.
More like that.
You like
I
too
think-
many pints, mate.
Someone just said, why don't you go 3 at the back and no Clichy?
Well,
Yeah,
we'd
could
have
do
to.
that.
What, and then put who in for Clichy?
Mahrez, bro, baller.
Well, I ultimately, I guess we'll never know, right?
For Haaland, it'll be Haaland. It has to be Haaland.
I would say if we're doing a bench, then straight away on the bench you're putting Fernandinho, you're putting Mahrez, you're putting Haaland, you're putting Joe Hart, you're putting Lescott, maybe. No, you're putting Stones. They're probably
Colin Bell.
Gundogan.
You guys don't rate Sterling and Sane when doing that time?
Sterling deserves a shout. Sane's not up there.
I wouldn't put Sterling up there.
Sterling for numbers alone. As a winger, someone said to me the other day about a winger, what's a winger's job? And I think they are right. As a winger, really and truly, you should be getting goals or assists or both, right? And when you look at Sterling, he might not have had the connection to the club that fucking some players do, but his numbers don't lie. Those numbers in some of those seasons were absolutely insane. Like they
Peter Barnes, left wing, unbelievable.
Come on.
He was unbelievable, mate. Brilliant. He was brilliant.
Come on. I mean, listen, if we're gonna do favourites, I loved Peter Beagrie. Absolutely love Peter Beagrie, but we're talking Mahrez and Raheem Sterling and
Peter Beagrie,
Dennis Chewett, who's my
If you're going to do wide, do Peter Beagrie, Nick Somerville. My God, those 2 whip balls in for fun and all.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So last thing before we wrap up, I want a question from all of you. Wolfie, you've already asked one. Steve, you'll ask. In fact, no, we'll go round. Alan, question from you.
We're doing Daps questions or football questions?
Question for me. Can be about anything. Football, ideally.
Ooh, okay.
What's your new girlfriend called? Name?
Fucking hell, mate. Yeah. Another question. I don't need to...
It depends which day of the week you're asking him, isn't it?
Steve, go on. You're going to have a mental one.
Have you ever been salsa dancing, and have you ever watched Boca Juniors at 2 a.m. in the morning?
You've been salsa dancing, bro.
Many years ago in Madrid.
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
And how sober were you?
Were you there, Stevie?
Say again?
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I thought you might be.
He's in the vicinity.
Hey?
Right.
It's a private joke, but it's a funny moment.
Yeah, I could tell. No, I'll give you an easy one, Daps, man. I was gonna go rogue, but I thought, I'll let you off today, man. What's your top 4?
Oh, this season?
In order.
Oh, what? Right now?
Right now, as it stands.
Because of my concerns defensively, I'm going to go Liverpool, unfortunately.
Pussy.
Yeah, bro, defensively. I told you this the other day on the stream. I'm going to say Arsenal 2nd, City 3rd, Chelsea 4th.
That's the same.
However, if you ask me after 5 games of the season, I could very much put City top, but I need to see how we're going to deal with these transitions at this point. I need to see how we're going to deal with it. If I see that we've found a solution to transitions in the first 5 games of the season, I'll put City to win it again. But I just need to see that Pep's done that, because I think going forward and our midfield, once Rodri, Reinders, and whether it be Cherky or Foden next to him get cooking, I think that midfield will be the best midfield in the league.
Where's that chest gone, bro? This time last year, he's saying 5 Pete, man.
Yeah, bro. Where's that?
That
chest went with us finishing 4th and Kyle Walker's.
Never not won the league 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, bro.
With your pep chest. With your pep chest.
I did say at the back end of last season, after City's first season where we finished 3rd and looked very aged, the next season we went and got 100 points. So you never know. But I just need to see what Pep's going to do about these transitions. That's all I need to see. And Martin, have you got a question?
Yeah, what's your issue with Roy Hodgson? No, I'm only joking.
Mate, absolutely no issue with Roy Hodgson. I would have been happy.
I can quietly assure you, he has got no issue with Roy Hodgson. Does everyone know this story, by the way?
No.
Does everyone know this story?
And on cue, Steve's
So
there.
the Bernabeu, Real Madrid, the other year. I think
Treble
it's the
season.
semi-final. Right, we're fucking nervous, yeah. Been out all day. I don't drink. I've had him with me all day. He's full of gin and fucking bullshit, like he usually does. We gets in the ground, right? Everyone's singing and that. The game kicks off. So we're right up in the Bernabeu. I'm looking at the game. I'm trying to see which way we're setting up. I'm fucking nervous. I'm shitting myself. He decides then it's a good time to talk about the kind of tactics Roy Hodgson's been using at Crystal Palace. And he plays him as this, and he plays him just behind him. I turned around, I went, are you fucking mad? I went, it's Real Madrid in the semi-final, and you're talking to me about Roy Hodgson's tactics for Crystal Palace. I went, fuck off over there somewhere away from me.
Why was Roy Hodgson on your mind?
It was mental, mate. It was mental.
Listen, if you ever do a Madrid away, yeah, with half of Withenshaw, right? and you've already been in Madrid for like 2 days drinking.
Was that ticket issue day you were telling me about?
No, that was this season. Season.
Okay.
We go Madrid every year. We're locals in Madrid. That's why I go salsa dancing and watch Boca Junior.
They've got season tickets at the Bernabeu.
Been that many times.
It was. I was. Me and Steve always sit next to each other, but all of the lot that I've been literally had no sleep for probably 72 hours. They were all sat at the back. And I don't know. I just thought it was the first season Roy Hodgson had been at Crystal Palace and he'd proper tightened up shop. He'd gone old school. The defenders were just defending, lumping the ball forwards.
Well, why the fuck's that coming to your mind then?
I have no idea. You do streams with me regularly. I go on tangents that can never be considered.
That's a stream, bro. This is a semi-final.
It was mental. It was mental. And I was like, I come out the ground and I was like, I can't believe. And I brought it up on the stream. I said, Daps fucking started talking about Roy Hodgson. So now everyone's like, brings up Roy Hodgson. But it was the most randomest thing I've ever had in my life. It was just like, if there was something like, oh, I've seen these tactics. Crystal Palace played this way and Roy Hodgson did this or something. I get it. But it was fucking random as anything. It was just come out of left field. And I was
surprised you were watching Palace, bro. Like,
do you know the baddest thing, Steve? If you think about it, yeah? No, it wasn't. It was the season after that we did Crystal Palace on the Saturday, then flew straight out to Madrid. So it wasn't even that season, was it? No, it was the season.
It was mental.
Random as fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
The obsession with Roy Hodgson.
Wolf, you got anything going on today? Anyone got anything going on straight after this?
Yeah, I am cooking all the Spurs fans today. Man,
I'm cooking a joint of roast beef and vegetables and some potatoes in the oven in a minute. That's me.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm about to watch the Arsenal back to Arsenal again in a minute.
Is Arsenal on TV today?
Newcastle.
Is it on TV?
What the class as TV?
Well, Sky or something. Or is it on the
It's available.
Hold on, what time? Because
12:30.
Oh yeah, I can't leave yet. I've got to spend some time with my daughter.
I'm on Mancunian Way at 6:30 in the morning my time, so I'm up at 6 tomorrow morning to do the Mancunian. My boss, I'm under orders from my boss below.
Alan, you speak to us in English, man. Like, Alan, what is in English time?
Yeah, for the sake of probably 95% of the people watching this stream right now, what time is that going to be UK time, please?
9:30 in the morning. At night time, sorry.
9:30 tonight, Mancunian Way.
Yeah.
Wolfie, you're going to be cooking Spurs. Have you not got any positive Forest talk? Or is it just Spurs focused?
Well, when I got Toby sending me voice messages, slapping his head on his videos, yeah, you think I'm not taking advantage of that shit, man?
Go get him. Go get him. He was talking. Hey, you got to see the Big Six group chat, the kind of smack he was talking about Nottingham Forest.
Well, he's been sending me all these voice messages saying, you ain't that club. I come in and take your players, bro.
Telling Big Steve has shown you the group messages and what he was saying, but he's getting cooked in our lads. Our lads are saying you just got little broed off Forest and that.
Steve, cook the fuck out of him, please, bro.
Yeah,
please.
No,
don't let him go because Spurs can even get a player who had a release clause.
There we go.
Get him.
You got anything on Fan Zone? And
No streams today. I watch football and I got a christening to go to, man. A couple of videos I'll put out, but no live streams today, man.
Well, I think I'm nipping down to the pool in 10 minutes. Nipping down to the pool, then I'm off to the bar. I might go to the beach.
I'm going to go and jump in the pool, and then I'm down to the marina for a Chinese and to watch England women later on.
Yeah, it's England women tonight.
Where are you in Villamora? Are you in Villamora?
Yeah, in Villamora. Yeah.
Oh, there's a bar next door. I might go and watch that.
Oh, bro, there's some golf courses around there, Daps.
Yeah.
Top golf courses.
Yeah,
It's gone cooler today, yeah. It's down to a cool 38 degrees.
Where are you, Martin?
Turkey. I'm in Antalya. It was 40 odd degrees yesterday.
Here again, yeah. Sny Burberry and that. I know your game.
Mate.
It'd be like Ali G, first game of the season. It'd be like Ali G with his Burberry tracksuits on.
Outside the Etihad.
Right, people, this is going to redirect over to Never a Foul, so please stay where you are. I'm going to go and enjoy my birthday. Thank you to all of you for joining me.
Cheers, lads. All the
make
best.
Sure you go and check out Fan Zone TV, Mancunian Way, Forest Fan TV, and Big Steve's channel. And of course, we are the South Stand, where you'll be catching me and Steve a lot this season. Until then, I am going to leave you with, as he's here, Steve.
Take that look from off your face. You ain't never gonna burn my house. Come on, the boys. Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking all night. Let's stay. Her soul slides away. Judas! Is this the Etihad? Is this the Etihad? Is this the